Today I'm going to show you the 14 different ways the letter E can be pronounced. And I will help you make all the different sounds and give you some practice words and sentences. And as always, I've created a cheat sheet that will show you how to make all the sounds. Ready? Then come with me. The first way to pronounce the letter E is the same way it's pronounced in the alphabet. It's the sound E, as in the word equal. Let me show you how to make the E sound. Put your tongue forward at the front of your mouth and just behind the top front teeth. Touch the sides of your upper back teeth with the sides of your tongue at the back and then close your jaw. Not completely, just so that it's fairly closed in a neutral position. And then spread your lips like this. E. Now you try. E. Now say the word equal. To help you remember how to make the sound, can you remember the old grey donkey in Winnie the Pooh? His name is Eeyore. His name sounds like the braying sound made by a normal donkey. Like this. Eeyore. You try. Very good. Now let's try these practice words where all spellings of the sound E is with 2 E's. Repeat after me. Sleep, cheek, feet, deep. Now repeat these words. The E sound is found in most words spelt with EA. Read, the verb in the present tense. Peace, leave, please, reason, meal. Now words with the spelling IE and EI. Repeat after me these IE words. Peace, brief, belief, believe. Now the EI words. Receive, receipt, ceiling, protein. Oh, by the way, I have a spelling rule that applies to most EI words. It's I before E except after C. Now ESE words. These, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese. Repeat these long E words after me. The. This is how the sounds when it is followed by vowel sounds like this. The orange. Be. Illegal. Also, the sound E occurs when E is stressed in these words. Female, evening, secret. Now a short sentence for you to practice the E sound. Repeat after me. I believe these female monkeys will sleep in peace after eating the organic protein. Now for the next way the letter E is pronounced. It's the E sound, as in the word egg. So let's get the sound right. Tongue is at mid-height and at the front of your mouth, and your jaw should be in a neutral position. Now spread your lips like this. E. Now you say it. E. Now try these practice words with common short E spellings. Repeat after me. Editor, went, exit, never, together. Less common words are spelt with EA, as in bread, red, past tense, breakfast, dead. You may have noticed that this spelling EA can also be pronounced as E, as I mentioned before. So watch out for this one, especially in the irregular verb forms like read. It's to read in the present tense, read in the past tenses. Now a short sentence to practice the E sound. Repeat after me. He went to bed with a loaf of bread, ready for breakfast the next day. Don't forget, rewind if you need to practice again. The next way that letter E is pronounced is the I sound, as in the word English. So sound first. I. To get the I sound right, your tongue should be high and central, your jaw fairly closed and your lips spread. Like this. I. Your turn. Not bad. Now repeat these practice words after me where the E is stressed in the first syllable. English, England, pretty. Now where the E in the first syllable is unstressed. Respect, defend, believe, receive, 11. Now E plus N or M words. Emotion, enough, women, and unstressed E before X words. Excuse, example. Now repeat these ED endings of regular past tense verbs ending in T or D. Wanted, needed, loaded, hated. Now a short sentence to practice the I sound. Repeat after me. 11 pretty English women needed no excuse to show their emotions. Right, moving on. The next way that the letter E is pronounced is the schwa sound. This sound is often used for unstressed words and syllables, as in the word open. So to make the sound, your tongue is low and central, your jaw is neutral, and lips relaxed and neutral, like this. Now repeat these practice words with after me. Happen, often, policeman. Oh, by the way, some people pronounce the T in often, like this, often. It's up to you. Now repeat these ENT words. Parent, moment, accident, present, environment, movement. Now these words ending in ER. Sister, brother, teacher, taller, smaller, bigger. And not forgetting the word jewel, because diamonds are a girl's best friend. Sorry. Try this practice sentence. My two brothers are policemen. My two brothers are policemen. So the next way that letter E is pronounced is the ear sound, as in the word ear. This is a diphthong, meaning there are two sounds that glide into one. For I, start with your tongue high in the front of your mouth, your jaw fairly closed and your lips spread. I. and then move it to a low position for Your jaw and lips close at the end of the schwa sound to a relaxed and neutral position with your tongue low. And then glide the two together like this. Ear. Now repeat these practice words with the ear sound. All EER words have this sound. Repeat after me. Beer. Engineer. Career. Most EAR and ERE words. Year. Beard. Fear. Disappear. Hear. Sincere. And less common are words spelt IER and EIR. Repeat after me. Fierce. Cashier. Weird. And lastly, EA words. Idea. Real. Now try this practice sentence. It's weird. My beer keeps disappearing here. Each year. The next way that the letter E is pronounced, it is the Y sound, followed by oo, as in the word you or you. To get the sound, your tongue should be high, close to your palate, your jaw and lips neutral, like this. Y. Then for the following oo, keep your tongue high and raise the back of the tongue towards the hard palate, closing your jaw to a fairly closed position with your lips rounded and slightly forward, like this. You. Now try these practice words. You after some consonants in the following words. Repeat after me. Beautiful. New. Due. Argue. Cue. Tuesday. In American English, the Y sound is omitted in these words like this. Do. New. These EW words are pronounced without the Y, just the oo. Brew. Crew. Chew. Now try this practice sentence. They queued for the stew on Tuesday, but the meat they couldn't chew. They queued for the stew on Tuesday, but the meat they couldn't chew. The next way that the letter E is pronounced is the A sound. A is another diphthong where the E and I glide together. For E, your tongue should start at mid-height in the front of your mouth and your jaw should be in a neutral position. Then move the tongue to a central position for the I sound with your jaw finishing in a fairly closed position with the lips slightly spread like this. A. Now repeat after me these practice words spelt with E-I. 8. Veil. Rein. And now words spelt with E-A in the middle. Great. Break. And EY at the end of words. They. Grey. So how about a practice sentence? Come on, you know you like it. They had 8 great grey veils. They had 8 great grey veils. Okay, still with me? The next way the letter E is pronounced is the air sound. Again, this is a diphthong. So start with your tongue in the front of your mouth at mid-height. E. And then move to a low position for Your jaw and lips close at the end of the schwa sound to a relaxed and neutral position. Now glide the two together like this. Air. As in the word there. Now practice these words with ERE spellings. There, where, and EAR spellings. Pear, bear, where. And these two exceptions, there and there. Practice sentence time. Their pears are over there, where they're sitting. Their pears are over there, where they're sitting. Now the next way the letter E is pronounced is the R sound. To make this sound, open your mouth with your jaw open, put your tongue down low in your mouth with your lips relaxed and neutral. Say ah. Now for the spellings. Heart and sergeant. Now repeat this practice sentence. The sergeant let his head rule his heart. The sergeant let his head rule his heart. So the next way the letter E is pronounced is the sound, as in the word earth. So to get the sound right, I want your tongue at mid-height and in the centre of your mouth. Your jaw and lips in a neutral position, like this. Now practice these words with the spelling EAR. Earn, learn, pearl, early, rehearse. Now words spelt with ER. Her, verb, person, prefer, certain, reserve. Now for that all-important practice sentence. Repeat after me. Pearl had learnt her lines before her rehearsal. Pearl had learnt her lines before her rehearsal. Now for E when it's pronounced as I, as in the word I. As always, get the sound right first. This is known as a closing diphthong because for the final I sound the mouth closes. Now for the first sound, I will say ah and join it to I with a glide like this. I. So start with your tongue low and central in your mouth, lips neutral and jaw open. Ah. Then closing your jaw to fairly closed, your tongue moves up with it and your lips should finish in a slightly spread position. This produces the diphthong I. Now for the spellings. Oh, don't worry, there aren't many. I, either, neither, eiderdown, poltergeist, heist. Of course, you will always hear some people say either and neither. It's entirely up to you how you pronounce them, but the spelling is still the same. Try this practice sentence. You can have either fish or meat for dinner. Neither, thanks. I'm vegan. You can have either fish or meat for dinner. Neither, thanks. I'm vegan. Okay, so stay with me because now I want to tell you about the silent E and the magic E. The silent E is in words where the letter E is there, but we ignore it. We just don't say it. Here are some for you to practice. Movement. Someone. Camera. Interest. Different. Vegetable. And the past tense of regular verbs that do not end in T or D. Stayed. Enjoyed. Begged. Planned. Then there's magic E. That is still silent but has the power to change words. Car becomes care. Her becomes here. Hop becomes hope. Quit becomes quite. Try these two sentences. I'm going to quit my job because it's quite boring. I'm going to quit my job because it's quite boring. Her car is here, but she doesn't care. Her car is here, but she doesn't care. Well, we've come to the end of the lesson. If you're still here, and I hope you are, then you've worked really hard on improving your English pronunciation. So well done! Go and put your feet up. You've earned it. But if you do want more, head to my playlist here. Until next time, love and peace.